Hello, I'm Rob Kinneen, Executive Chef of Orso in Anchorage.
So where are we?
Spurnar Builder Supply. This is the Bon Appetit Winter Series, and what it is a chef-driven engagement where we have an audience. There's usually between 60 to 80 people here, and we usually prepare a meal and show them how we do restaurant quality food for a home setting. Today we're doing a sautéed marinated shrimp. That's over a winter risotto with spinach, red peppers, and marinated mushrooms. That's finished with a citrus vinaigrette. We're going to start with the balsamic mushrooms. These are creminis. They're basically baby portobellos. They're a little more toothy. So what we do is we take these, we get them cut into quarters. So even though we call them balsamic mushrooms, I'm a little tricky, and I like to use sherry vinegar and balsamic vinegar. And the balsamic just gives a nice caramel flavor, little residual sweetness, and the sherry adds just a nice long finish to them. So we literally just kind of put the vinegar right in on the mushrooms. So what we're doing is we're just going to let this hang out for a little while. And like I said, button mushrooms work phenomenally. They just take in all that vinegar, and it just kind of absorbs into the mushrooms. Then you roast it, and it condenses the flavors, and you've got a nice kind of dark, flavorful mushroom. Take our shrimp. Got everything measured out here, but a hefty amount of garlic. We kind of do a standard blend of parsley with fresh thyme and rosemary, and that's sort of what we'll use to finish a lot of dishes with, and it just adds there's a lot of flavors in there. Generally speaking, when I'm marinating something, like I'm marinating a protein, a shrimp, definitely beef, game, etc., what I like to do is actually add everything but salt. And the reason why you don't add salt is that if you let it sit, say, overnight or a day, it'll actually start sort of cooking it a little bit. So I just kind of like to make sure all those flavors are there, but at the same time not sort of hamper the end product. So I like to just sort of, again, there's no vinegar and there's no salt in there. But at the end, we're going to have a really nice flavor on these shrimp. So cooking something in a risotto style is sort of creaming out the rice, and you're cooking it down to the core. So generally speaking, this will take a little while. It's a little bit of a process. Start by kind of just blooming some onions and celery, a little bit of garlic. The risotto, the arborio rice, I'll take it and I'll kind of finish it with some oil, coat everything, deglaze with wine. I've got some veg stock to kind of to get it to the point where it's sort of that al dente, where it's not, if you bite down on it, it's not a raw pearl, like a crunch. And you're, again, kind of, you can just sort of see it when you're looking at it. You can tell when it starts overcooking. You start looking at the viscosity, even just adding vegetable stock to it, you start seeing the starch is kind of breaking away from the outside of the risotto. And then towards the end, what I like to do, and I really like using greens, finishing things with greens. So just fresh spinach. You don't really have to blanch it at all. I usually just add it right in, stir. It'll wilt out really nice and still have some integrity to it. Nice hot pan, maybe, yep. 6 shrimp. I like to, when I'm pan searing, I'll deglaze a little bit just to kind of lift up that vegetable stock. You're lifting up all that good stuff that's on the bottom of your pan, and you're mixing it right into the shrimp. And what we're going to do is just have a nice little vinaigrette around that. Look at that. That was planned too. That looks fantastic, doesn't it? It's a beautiful kitchen. You've got the back mirror so people can look into the audience. There's a lot of room for the audience, and it's been growing. And other events that I've done, this is definitely, I always tell them I'm always excited to do this because the group of people really make the event. You know, I don't know if you saw, I came here at 9. I think we were here at 9:15 this morning. The event starts at 10. People were here about 9:20. People started coming in. You know, one of my old teachers mentioned that she couldn't get a seat 10 after 10. So it's just exciting. The people. It's not necessarily all about me. People are just enthusiastic. They love cooking. They're asking these questions. They keep you on your toes. I love it. It's a great audience reception. It's a great atmosphere.